Hi, today's topic is people treat you the way they see you. And this means people treat you the way you look, basically. So, long story short, all my life I've been someone who mm, has never really had this pressure to like grow up in the sense that, I think, and I don't think I should say this about myself, but I think I've always been sort of more mature than, for instance, like my friends and people my age because I think growing up, growing up, I've had a lot of communication with my parents, and we've always talked about a lot of things. And whenever I would go through things or have certain experiences, whatever, my parents would always tell me like, okay, this person did this, or they said this or that because they have these and those intentions. You know what I mean? Like, I think I've always been sort of mature for my age, but when it comes to dressing, I've always dressed sort of younger, if that makes sense. Like, I've never really had this pressure to grow up or to dress the way, let's say, stereotypical adults do. Like, for instance, I have a cousin who started wearing high heels when she was like 12 years old or something like that. And I'm talking like high heels, like really tall high heels. And to this day, I haven't really worn high heels. Like, I have a pair that I'm probably going to wear in my graduation party or graduation event. I don't know. We'll see. I still have to practice. But what I'm saying is that I've never really dressed too adult. And actually today I'm dressing like this because I want to prove a point. I'm wearing braids and I'm wearing this t-shirt which I bought literally a year ago. And speaking of a year ago, I was told a year ago at a party that I looked younger than I was. Like, it was a party with a lot of especially distant family members because it was like a huge, huge event. And we were like 90 people in there, if I'm not mistaken. And there was people that didn't know me, and they would ask me how old I am and what year I'm in and stuff. And when I told them that I was a year away from finishing college, they were like, "What?" You know, they thought I was in secondary school, like middle school, high school, whatever. And what I'm saying is that some people have thought I was younger. Other people can't really tell. Whatever. Everybody has a different way of measuring. But what I'm saying is that a lot of the times, if people see that you're younger, even if you're not younger, if you look like it, they're going to treat you as such. And if you dress more adult, people are going to treat you as if you were more of an adult. I remember there was a time where I was 16. I looked younger. I went to this sort of activity. They were like drawing or painting classes with my cousin. She was like, if I was 16 going on 17, my cousin was like 12 going on 13. And there was a bunch of little kids in there. And the oldest one, except for me, was 12 years old, I think going on 13. And she, let's be honest, she looked like more of a woman than I did. You know what I mean? We were dressing kind of the same. Like, we were both wearing sweatpants, but you know what I mean? Like, her boobs were bigger and she had this, like, she was way more talkative than I was. I didn't really want to attract the attention because I was older than everybody else. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to shut up. If people think that I'm younger, that's cool. And people would treat her as if she was older. Like, I remember there was a time where they were like, hey, the oldest person has to help us with this and that. And they called her name. And I was like, I'm literally 4 years older than this girly. Oh my god. So people are gonna treat you the way they see you. And I want to give you guys some advice on this because this didn't really happen to me like when I was like in high school, middle school, or anything. Because I don't know, I don't think it was that noticeable. But once I started college, when I met my friends in college, like the first thing or one of the first things that they would say to me is that I looked younger than I was, that I looked like a kid basically. They would exaggerate it to the point where they would say like, "Oh, you look like a middle schooler or whatever, or you look like you go to primary school or you're a baby, whatever, you know what I mean?" But I started really liking that vibe. I was like, "Oh my god, this proves that I really do look younger and they're treating me as if I looked younger." You know what I mean? I really liked that vibe for some reason. I was like, I don't know, I was just having fun with it. Like, I wanted to make it, let's say, like a personality trait, and it was not a good idea because if you start acting younger, normally the things that are associated to being younger are being more naive, knowing less things, or having less, let's say, abilities. You know what I mean? Like, every school year that you're in, you start learning things that are more and more complicated because, I don't know, you can do one thing, so you can do the next year you can do something that's more complicated, whatever. So they associate it with being more simpler mentally, if that makes sense, like being stupider, basically. And this didn't really happen at first, but like after like 2 years, when we were more like comfortable with each other, that's when they started sort of underestimating me for things like, how's it possible that she did this? How's it possible that she did that? How's it possible she passed the subject? How's it possible she was able to do this? How is it possible that she's able to speak 2 languages naturally? How's it possible that she, and even this year, like I was supposed to get my driver's license this summer, but I procrastinated a lot. And but I was supposed to get it, and hopefully I can get it this year, hopefully. But anyway, when I told my friends that I was going to get my driver's license, they were like, what? You know what I mean? Like one of them was like, really? And another friend of mine was like, are you surprised? And she was like, no, it's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. She was like, she couldn't believe it. And I'm like, girlie, you got your driver's license at 19. I'm getting my driver's license at 21, supposedly. And I'm saying supposedly because I'm still 21 and I don't think I'm going to get it. I think I should get it this year. But anyway, we'll see. And like it is about time to get my driver's license. Like I'm not the, you know what I mean? Like people in other countries, like people in the United States get it at 16. Like that's the youngest age. And I'm 21, you know what I mean? Like I'm not too young to get it. But because I used to look younger, they used to associate me with things. They used to underestimate me, sometimes take credit from things that I would do. Like, you know what I mean? Like people treat you as if you were dumber. And people treat you as if you were less capable. You know what I mean? And goes the same way. Like if somebody sees like, and this is old knowledge. I mean, if you dress slutty, people are going to treat you as such. Is it sad? Yeah, because you can dress however you want. Like today, it's just to dress like this. If somebody thinks that I'm younger, I don't care. I'm not gonna say it doesn't have advantages. Like sometimes it has advantages. Like people think that you're younger and they probably help you with things, or they probably treat you nicer. They go like, "Hey, hi, how are you?" instead of like being like, "Hi, good morning." Do you know what I mean? Like some people can treat you nicer. I'm not gonna say it doesn't have advantages, but just be careful. Don't play too much with it. Don't have too much fun with it, because maybe at first people are treating you well, but when they get a little bit comfortable, they're going to start treating you like you're an idiot. So what I was going to say is, if you dress in a more pretentious way, if you're showing a lot of skin or whatever, obviously you get treated as such, which is, I mean, just because you dress like that doesn't mean you are that. And even if you are that, who cares? You know what I mean? I could be dressing like a 12-year-old and I can be, you know, hooking up with somebody different every night. And you know what I mean? Nobody's gonna SLUT shame me for dressing like this, but I'm being promiscuous. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you dress, as long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're taking your precautions. I'm just saying that a huge part of why people treat you the way they treat you is the way that you look. And the same way, if you dress very adult and you're, let's say, 16 or whatever, people are going to treat you like you're an adult. And if you dress like a kid, people are going to treat you like you're a kid. If people can see that like you're somebody who takes care of themselves, like, you know what I mean? Like you always have your hair, like, let's say, put together, like your clothes are put together. I'm not saying you have to wear like expensive clothes, whatever, but like if you take care of the way you look, if you at least wash your face, I'm not saying you have to wear makeup or whatever, but like if people see that you're taking care of the way that you look, like the way that you dress and whatever, like people are going to treat you with respect. People are going to be like, this person knows their worth. That's why they're taking care of themselves. And people are going to not take care of you, but like treat you with that respect that they know you deserve. Whereas if you don't do anything to your hair, if you don't wash your face, if people can see your saliva that's kind of dry from like last night, or they can see that you have a little bit of toothpaste here, or you probably didn't even brush your teeth, they can see like food between your teeth, whatever, or you know what I mean? Like if you're in your I don't give an F outfit every single day, you know what I mean? Or if your nails look really bad or whatever, like people are gonna not treat you with that much respect, because it's like, this person doesn't really care, so I'm gonna treat them like whatever. You know what I mean? So if you want people to treat you with respect, dress like you respect yourself. You first have to respect the way that you look, because human beings, we are very visual, and we treat people just the way we see them. You know what I mean? If some people think that certain people are inferior. If you really believe that this person is inferior, you're going to treat them as such. Now, obviously, that shouldn't be the mentality, but the thing is, people treat you the way they see you. If they associate you looking a certain way with something, they're going to treat you like that. So we obviously can't stop people from treating us the way they want to treat us. You know what I mean? Like, if someone is a good person, they're going to treat everybody right. If someone is a bad person, they're going to treat everyone like crap. But as much as you can, because humans are very visual and we subconsciously treat people the way we think they deserve to be treated for the most part, you have to dress the part. You have to take care of the way you look. You have to put effort in the way that you look. You don't have to be extravagant if you don't want to, or whatever. You can dress however you want, but at least look like you care about yourself. And that's how people are going to treat you with respect. And it's going to be less likely that people are going to disrespect you or underestimate you or underestimate your ability or doubt you or whatever. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say today. So yeah, don't act dumber just because you think it's cool, or because you think that makes you feel prettier, or because that you feel like that makes you look younger or whatever. Don't act more innocent because you think it's going to make people think you're more pure or whatever. Don't act dumb. Do not act dumb. Do not act smarter than you are. Do not act more experienced. Do not act more or less than you are. Act the way that you are, and respect yourself with the way that you dress and the way that you speak. So yeah, that is all I wanted to say. Good luck with your human interactions, I guess, and I'll see you next time. Bye.